We've been thinking about looking at small trailers for our Rivian R1T electric pickup, and we're concerned about the hit to range that towing with an EV happens. So we went to R&R RV in Liberty Lake and met up with Mark Helms for a test drive of a really small little NuCamp Tab 320 S Boondock trailer. They were nice enough to let us take it out for a few miles to test drive. And here we're setting it up after it's hooked up to the Rivian. Rivian has built-in towing controller, brake controller, and features. So we took it out on some of the side roads, going up hills and through the city streets, and a little bit of freeway driving. So we had a mixed test drive with this, and it pulled really well. Well, I thought it looked really cute, pulled behind the Rivian, went really well with the pickup. We had no trouble pulling this thing. Of course, the Rivian could pull up to 11,000 pounds, so that's not the problem. It's the range when you're towing that's the problem. And this little trailer's about the perfect width. It's about the same width as the Rivian, so looking out the side mirrors was perfect and no problem. And it pulled real well. We didn't have any issue with that. This is a really lightweight, maneuverable little trailer. Very small, probably okay for a couple of small to average sized adults. Any tall folks are going to struggle in this thing because it's so short inside and the beds are short, but it can be usable by 2 adults. And we really like the features that this has. It's really quite full featured for such a very, very small trailer. The teardrop shape is great for aerodynamics with an EV, and that helps. It's got a very simple, basic design, but it pretty much has everything. A nice kitchen inside. It has a good-sized dining area when you have it folded up. The built-in table that's very maneuverable, and it makes for a fairly good-sized bed. The bath is an essential for me, and also the indoor kitchen, since we camp in a lot of mosquito-infested areas. But it's got all kinds of little features. It's got air conditioning, heater, lightweight. So there's a lot of really interesting features of this little trailer for an EV type pulling situation. Features that we liked is that it's lightweight and it's the teardrop shape for aerodynamics. It's got the indoor kitchen. It's got the wet bath with a cassette toilet that's removable from outdoors. A lightweight off-road boondocking package. It's got a solar package in it. We'll have a lithium battery switch, which we like lithium batteries. It has heating and AC. Really has a lot of features and has them all. But the problem is the range hit with pulling anything. And it is very, very small inside. And that's a problem too. The bed is short, so that's the con. And it has the ball hitch instead of an articulating type hitch for off-roading, and there's not a lot of storage. So those were some of the things that we didn't like. So as far as our concern about range, there definitely is a reduction, and as the infrastructure gets built out better and you can charge more easily, that concern will be reduced. Our efficiency going up that same day, it was pretty cold, was 2.24, which is pretty typical for our pickup. But then when we were towing, it dropped down to 1.41, and that's quite a drop. It's pretty typical. They say 50% or so for most, but we were at 37% range loss, or about 104 miles less, and it really wasn't too bad. So if we're 100% charged, we're looking at about 280 miles when we're not towing, and when we're towing, now we're looking at about 176 miles. And we want to really thank Mark Helms and R'nR RV for letting us take this little Tab out for a drive and a test drive to see how our pickup would do. It's probably viable for some folks, and it may be for us. We haven't decided yet.